YouTubers are making bidets. YouTubers are making bidets. But can I trust Ludwig to clean my ass? Probably not, but his bidet might do a good job. So I just got Ludwig's swipe bidet, and if you don't know what a bidet is, you're about to learn. A bidet is basically like if you were to boot up Power Wash Simulator, except the objective was to pressure wash your own anus. Bidets are pretty normalized and kind of standard in a lot of places outside of the US, namely Europe and Asia, so we're just a little bit behind in that respect, and several others. I didn't really see like a ton of coverage on this bidet in terms of reviews or YouTube videos, so that's the point of me making this, so that if someone else was in my shoes looking to see is this actually a good product or is it like YouTuber merch, they would have a point of reference. Generally, these bidet attachments are pretty easy to put together. They usually take about 10 to 15 minutes, so it's not the worst. I'm by no means an expert on bidets, but I do like to have a clean asshole, so I think that I could speak on this. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the review, but you can skip to 4 minutes and 15 seconds if you want to watch water get squirted up my ass. So yeah, this is the $50 swipe. This is the one I opted to get because of personal budgeting reasons, and also because I figured most people were going to get this model over the $500 one. I got mine through the Linus Tech Tip store, which actually came out to be cheaper than the official swipe site on bidet.gg. As far as shipping goes, it actually got here pretty quick, only taking about 4 days excluding weekends. And I also got a pack of stickers, so you know, that's cool. But yeah, let's get this thing set up so I can give a proper review. Now, I know what a lot of you are about to say. Using a bidet is fruity. Using a bidet it's sus, it's Rizless, -1000 aura, Ohio, Gat, Kai Senat. Here's the thing. First of all, it's Pride Month, so there's not really a better time to experiment with things going inside of you. Second thing, a bidet is actually a fantastic alternative to toilet paper in the sense that you save money on not buying toilet paper, and then they're saving resources on not making more toilet paper. You're not being wasteful. It helps everyone, but especially you. And if we really need to go there, I feel like it's more fruity to have to stick your fingers inside of yourself every time you poop rather than having like a Niagara Falls localized inside your toilet seat. So that is sus. So with all that in mind about bidets in general, let's talk about the swipe itself. First and foremost, the setup and installation. If you remember earlier, I said that bidets like this are usually a quick 10 to 15 minutes easy setup. This wasn't one of them. Okay, so it's not Ludwig's fault this was so difficult. The screws on my toilet were just weirdly tight and like rusty, like really rusty, like all this shit is rust. The screws were actually so tight that I had to grab my pliers to hold the locking bolt in place, which usually you could just do with your fingers. And then when I took the seat off, it looked like this. So I started cleaning off all the disgusting grime underneath. We just moved in, so I guess this was like a parting gift from the previous tenants. And then I placed the bidet on top of my toilet seat and adjusted the mounting plate to fit where my toilet screw holes were, which is really nice because a lot of these bidets have these one size fit all thing and it does not fit all. Then I put the lid back on, and these screws actually suck so much ass that I had to use the drill to screw them back in as well. So that was unique. Then I decided to shoot the entirety of the rest of the footage in vertical, like a fucking high school fight video, and I turned the water line off by turning the valve clockwise and flushing the bowl to empty the tank, which, side note, if you do that incorrectly, when you unscrew the water line here, it will flood the entirety of your bathroom and you'll have to take time off of your video to start cleaning, I've heard. Then I screwed in the water line splitter that comes with the bidet. This allows your toilet to still receive water so that you can flush while also providing water to the bidet so you can wash your nasty ass. Next, I took the water line and I screwed it back in, except this time onto the bottom of that splitter we just installed. Then I started screwing in this hose on the smaller hole on the water splitter, which will connect directly to the bidet. Then I screwed the other end of this hose into the bidet itself, which you can find underneath the knob or panel, whatever you want to call this. Then I just turned the water line back on here by turning it counterclockwise, and we're good to go. All that's left to do now is to take this thing out for a spin on the old anus, I guess. So on a more serious note, I do want to give like an actual review of this bidet. I think that it's going to be a really hard product to beat at the price. All the other contenders don't really perform at the same level. And what I mean by that is that they'll give you this ridiculous amount of pressure that actually kind of hurts and doesn't really get the job done the way it's supposed to. The swipe is really nice that the maximum pressure cleans as much as it should, but it doesn't feel painful, which I think is something that's overlooked a lot of the time in bidets. Coupled with the fact that you have these adjustable holes on the mounting bracket, which I know that there are adjustable, like on the Luxe, you can turn it to adjust. The fact that you can spread it further apart means that it can fit a wide range of toilets. I think that's good design. I think that makes it more accessible to more people, and that's always a plus. On top of that, the build quality feels really nice. I know it's plastic, but it feels like a sturdy plastic, which a lot of these other ones feel kind of flimsy. The kit itself was simple and easy to understand. All in all, I think this is a genuinely great bidet that exceeded my personal expectations. The only way you're going to realistically see a drastic jump in quality from here is if you're going to get one of the more expensive options like the Toto C3 or the $500 swipe. And that's because those are the seat replacements that you're going to get heated water and aiming functionality with. But other than that, if you're looking for something at the $50 to $70 price range, I think this is the one you go for if you're able to order it and it ships to your country. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe if you want to. And if you didn't enjoy the video, please don't let me know, because I take that kind of stuff very personally.